Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Nemo here, founder of Enjoyment and pioneer leader of the World Joy Movement. I am coming at you right now from Tanjung Pagar Road. I'm gonna go ahead and walk and talk a little bit here and give you all the backdrop. And I felt it was that I happened to be out here to grab some food, and what came up for me was that I felt it would be appropriate in this particular location to connect with you on something that's really been showing up in my coaching recently. And this is the coaching that I've been receiving as a pioneer leader myself. And that really comes down to learning and the different ways of learning, but really within the modes of like the different roles that we take on as we learn. And I bring this up here because a year ago, I was out here and I stumbled upon Tanjung Pagar Road, and I was like, whoa, there's this new place, there's all these things here, and I know it was also very unfamiliar. It was unfamiliar. And now I can come here. I actually remember making a video and sending it to a friend of mine to as I was going through this, I'm like, there's something new here, and there's something new here. Everything was about exploration and discovery. I say that because now, a year later, I'm walking down that same road and it's comfortable. I've had dinner here. I actually got dinner at Luca a couple months ago. We're walking by, you're about to see, I'm gonna show you something here. That red building out there, that's the Buddha Tooth Temple, and we're gonna be passing by Maxwell Food Court. All these places that have now really just become, quite frankly, all a part of my comfort zone. When someone's coming in, I know we're hitting up these three places. We'll go to Buddha Tooth, we'll hit up Maxwell for some ramen, and then we'll go over to Five the Elements for some dessert. And it got me thinking here around where I was a year ago to where I am now, and what does it really look like as a pioneer leader to do the same. And the general part of it there, even over the last year, I've been out here through Facebook Lives and such, but it's been an element of whether or not you're going to learn in private and come off at the end with everything working for you, or come off at the end and learn actually with the end being every part of the journey and learning publicly. So here we're going to talk about what is it like as a pioneer leader to learn in the public eye. I have to call myself out. Right now, I feel that I go in and out of being willing to be public, because, well, quite frankly, I get a question. I get a question that challenges me. A question that's like, what's the end stage? What's something beyond what I've already figured out? And when that happens, I tend to shy away and take some time to figure it out in private. Well, my friends, that time is done. I'm willing to now come out and learn publicly with each of you. What does that mean? I'm not sure. We'll learn along the way. But I know that that's part of my zone of genius. Part of my zone of genius is not knowing. Part of my zone of genius is being in a place of wonder and following that wonder. Part of my zone of genius is allowing whatever takes place to take place, and to create magic from that in the meantime. So I'm inviting you to come along on this journey. I'm inviting you to see what is it like to become a pioneer leader and to really go through the ups and the downs with it. What that might mean is that things may not come to you in the most succinct way possible, but that's okay. If you want that, trust me, it's coming. You just won't work with me when that comes to life. Like, that's going to be through a blog post, that's going to be through a video on YouTube, that's going to be through a course. But if you're like trying to go on a journey with me, if you are out there as a pioneer right now, I can't wait to figure it all out before I can help you. Right? We're gonna be the research that people will be referring to will be done on the work that we're doing. So that's the game that I'm playing. That's where we are, and really, like, that's what it's like to be a leader in your field, right? To be a leader in your field means to go forth and figure out what other people haven't figured out. I'm choosing to do it with you. I'm choosing to do it in public, and to go from the place of being a student learner and from being a practitioner learner, the student learner being I'm learning privately, practitioner being like I'm an individual contributor and I'm just kind of taking in the goods for myself and the learnings for myself, and now to be a learning leader and to be able to take that to the place where I'm willing to share what I'm learning in real time with you all. Later on, at some point, we'll coalesce that. That'll turn into a wonderful book, a great group program, so on and so forth. But it doesn't mean that I can't take you on the journey along the way. Get ready. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. What we're going to start out with here, just to kind of make this concrete for you, what this means for you, is that I wanted to start engaging in dialogues. I want to exchange in regular dialogues around conversations around topics that that either I'm working through or that my pioneers have worked through, related to distinctions, related to inclusion, and really leading a different type of conversation. Leading a different type of conversation is where we're going. So look out for an invitation, a regular invitation to different communications, different dialogues, and different conversations where we can really get a chance to explore this. One thing you should know, when you come to these here, please, if you choose to come, you are invited, you are welcome. I would love to have you be a part of this. If you choose to come, these things are not webinars. They're not designed so that you can just sit back and kind of absorb. That will work for certain people, but for what we're doing here, this is engaging in the dialogues that really should be happening, or engaging in conversations that are really going to take us to our new level. So come on in here. I think I can talk about it, but the best way to really get a picture of this is to come and experience it. So I invite you, I welcome you. Look out, there'll be quite a number of these coming your way in a lot of different forms. Just love for you to come and be a part of it. I'll continue with the Facebook Lives as inspiration strikes. You also want to go ahead and follow me on YouTube. That's really a big place that you can catch me. YouTube over at, you can just go to empjoyment.com/YouTube. And if you're interested, come join the, well, just look out for an invitation to my next exploration, which are these discussions, and we'll take it from there. You get a chance to be on my list. You get a chance to figure out what's going on. You'll have an opportunity to really just use that time for yourself to grow. So this is one of those videos where I'm sharing a little bit more about what's going on in my world, but don't worry, I'll be back and talk to you more about things that are happening in yours. All right, we'll leave this here. I'll talk to you later. Journey on.